Alright everybody, Tuxframe back at it once again with a quick little summation video because I found the solution to my audio problems for this game. It is also very late at night, so I'm trying to edit this all together so I can just upload it later after a few more videos come out, and so on and so forth. But for now, basically what happened when you last saw is, I'm in what's-his-face's castle after my place was ransacked, and they have to find a way out to go bury my parents. After Scallops was, ransacked. So naturally, I find a guard who tells me I need to go and, make myself look like a guard to be able to leave the castle. So what you see here is me just randomly ransacking another their little warehouse of stuff and trying not to be seen and getting spotted a few times here and there, and just generally taking a whole bunch of supplies. I made this segment a little too long, so let me skip some stuff. But before I do that, to have some time to burn, I found the solution to the sound. So this is the last soundless, or I'm sorry, more like voiceless video you'll ever see, because that's it, I found it. Oh, and then this is the best part here. I'm talking to this guy, thinking, I wanted to talk to this guy, see, maybe if I could find a way to, get into all the stuff. Oh wait, did I not talk to him here? I don't think I talked to him here. Or maybe I do talk to him here. Hold on, let me wait. We'll figure this out. But so I found the solution. So this is the last one. This is officially the last one. And this is purely just so you... I'm sorry it's going to be like 4 hours long. But it's basically, about 4 hours of gameplay surmised into a short, modified version of that gameplay. But yeah, let me see if I can skip it a little bit and see what's going on after that. So at this point, I spoke to the guard right there, and I'm like, hey, wait, I see, the side of the mountain here. Is there a visible wall? And there's not. As soon as I jump down there, he starts fucking, look, you can see the text, screaming, he's getting away, get him, and ringing the alarm for the other guards, and the entire castle goes nuts. However, the local guards down here don't seem to notice me, but it turns out it's just a glitch in the graphical system, because thinking that they're blind, I suddenly come up to this guard, who sees me, once he's within normal sight range for usual NPCs. We have a nice little face-to-face conversation. You see what I did there? I made a little pun. Face-to-face. Oh, God. I love my jokes. I really do. And he basically, he tells me to go back inside. I'm like, alright, so that's what I did. Yeah, so I gave up because I thought I was going to get arrested again, and I didn't want to get arrested, so I go back inside. Shortly after going back inside, I don't think I recorded the next part. Let me wait, because I'm actually doing a live commentary of this video, and I didn't really give myself any sort of cues. Okay, yeah, so shortly after going back inside, apparently I get arrested and kicked out anyways, and it causes me to just flee. Because I tried to lockpick the armory to get the armor. A guard catches me. I'm sorry, not the guard. The king himself, whatever that guy who negotiated the escape, the lord of that manor, found me and reported me to every guard in the area, and they all came chasing after me, and they put me in jail. And apparently once I'm in jail, sorry, brain fart. Once I'm in jail, I get kicked out of the castle afterwards. So I was on the outside of the castle. Now, naturally, of course, because the objective was still going, that I had to escape the castle. Once I was outside, the outside guards found me, but I was able to convince one to let me go. And I ran, and he just kept, and then he, changed his mind or something, because he started chasing after me again, and, from 3 miles away, he saw me on the hill. I don't know how, but that's how that happened. So I got chased, and it ran into a cutscene, which brought me into town. Upon entering the town, it was all ransacked, and I had to kill a few bandits. Nothing really of note, so I didn't put the recording. But I find my parents' body, And then I have to go search for a shovel and bury them and all that sappy crap. So I'm just gonna sit here and let this cutscene play out a little bit. I don't think there's no sound because of there's no sound because of a glitch. So there's that. But I mean, even if there is, I'm probably gonna be muting it. So feel free to read along as I'm narrating this whole video. By the way. But yeah, so I found them. I had to go bury them. Enjoy the cutscene. I'll continue the narration in a second. Alright, so that's that. Kind of a bad place to stop the narration. But upon looking for a shovel, I find the guy with the shovel attacking a dog in town. Apparently he's somebody I know. I won't spoil anything as this plays out. I stop him. I ask him what's going on. He looks all suspicious and whatnot. And it leads me to believe that, hey, maybe this dog here is defending the, yeah. See, so he mentions that body back there is the butcher's, and that's the butcher's dog. And the dog's trying to attack the guy who was close to the butcher's body. So it leads me to believe that the dog is defending the butcher from being looted. So that's the option I go. And I accuse this guy of looting the butcher's corpse. And he gets really defensive over it. I just keep grilling him, Oh, what do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here, And I told him I want to bury my parents and all that shit. The generic answer that I've been giving everybody because I just am hell-bent on burying my parents. He just tells me to go away, so I'm like, you know what? Let me keep going. Let me see where this goes. Shortly afterwards, I go to bury my parents after I scare him off. I didn't follow him up and kill him like I should have because he threatened my life and then ran away. And, as I'm burying my parents, I hear a voice from over the corner and I get greeted by these guys. Who are these guys? Bandits. And look who's with them. The guy who I fucking accused. And they want the handcrafted sword that me and my father made. So basically what happens is he's with a group of bandits after the town got ransacked is what I found out later. And he was rolling with them, and once I scared him off, he ran to them and got them for help and I could have apparently avoided that by just straight up killing him. I believe. I'm not totally sure. That's what I heard through Reddit. But, I didn't go that path, so there goes that. Maybe if I play through a second time, I'll try killing him. I'll record it. But for now, this is the path I chose. And the guy, tells me, hand over the sword or you're gonna fucking get your ass handed to you. And sure enough, I did get my ass handed to me. And I will show that segment shortly. And I thought, this guy attacks slow and burly-like, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Because he's got a huge club that he can barely handle. And then I get into the actual sword fight. Holy shit, man. He handles that thing like a fucking beast. He's deflecting all my attacks. Hits me and two-shots me. Boom. Into the next cutscene. There I am. Completely destroyed. Just getting my ass handed to me on a silver platter. I think it's all over. I'm about to die. And then I'm like, and then I thought there's no way they could kill me this early on in the story for making one bad mistake. Although they had done that with the jail scene, I'm like, there's no way they could do that twice and kill me twice for making two bad mistakes. He picks up my fucking sword, as you can see here, and I was shitting my pants. Absolutely just shitting my pants. I thought I was gonna die. And as you can see, it looked like I do. The music gets ominous, but you can't hear it. But the music gets all ominous and whatnot. And right as it gets ominous, he does that, and it does the bird's eye view of the situation. My hands are sprawled out. I'm crawling on the floor. He's got the sword in his hand. He's standing over me. Then the next thing you know, he's right above me. He's right on top of me. He's got that sword up to my neck, and I thought that was the end. And sure enough, I died. Nope, just kidding. Friggin' some girl out of nowhere decides to defend me. And distracts them. And you think, oh, that's a chance for me to be a hero. I'll get up and beat the shit out of them. No, no. Lo and behold, my future husband, known as Sir Robard, oh my god, just comes out of nowhere with his little knights and chops everyone down. Fucks them all. Just takes his big glorious stick and goes, mm. And then what does he do with my corpse? Well, he takes it to another town. Puts it on a wagon. I think I'm dead. Skaboom. Next thing I know, hello, I'm in a new town. We're going to start hitting these rapid fire because I'm tired of fucking narrating this whole thing. Hey, we're in a new town. It's where Rade lives. You know, where the lord that I have to get the sword lives. Yay. I have a spooky dream. And the spooky dream is just spooky. This is literally, it's a dream sequence that's interactable. And did I give the whole fucking dream sequence? Oh god, I left the whole dream sequence in here. Hold on, let me finish that. I'm gonna cut this out. But yeah, long story short, it's a spooky dream sequence. I have to fight some spooky dream guys, and all it is just spooky dream monsters. And then my parents tell me, hey, don't let us die in vain. You know, protect your honor. All generic, you know, hero stuff that causes heroes in these games to become passionate about their thing that they want to do. In this case, it's avenging my parents' honor. So, there's that. But yeah, let me get back to you on that. Upon coming back to the town, I find this lady. Everybody wants me to marry her. That's it. She saved my life. Oh, you should marry her. She's a good girl then. Wow, that's great. And then her father's like, no, fuck you. You were passed out for 2 weeks. Now you have to go rob graves. And you know that's where I'm at now. Is he said to me literally to pay back the 50 gold debt that I have because of the 2 weeks that he's paid the doctor to come give me, you know, medical aid and all that. Like, he paid apparently for 2 weeks to just get nonstop medical treatment to me, and that's why I lived. Everybody's like, oh wow, you owe him your life. And he's like, I know you owe me a lot of money, so here, I can offer you a job that will pay a lot of money. And I'm like, well, what kind of job is that? Well, you know, a friend of mine got hung for being a criminal and did criminal things, and that's what happened. So you have to go dig up his grave and get the ring off his finger for me. And I'm like, but no, that's not what Christians do. It's not a Christian thing to do. How dare you? But then I end up actually taking the offer. And yeah, you'll see the rest of that as soon as I put up more video on this live commentary that I should have just uploaded all the video at once. But yeah, we'll be back. Slight pause. So yeah, fun fact, I go to the grave and guess what? I couldn't fucking find the grave. It was somewhere around this thing. I couldn't find it. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I did find it later, but that was it. I walked away from this quest. Upon giving up on that quest, I decided to go ahead and just go on with my nightly duties in the castle, because I still had to go tell Sir Radzig about my sword and how I lost it to the bandits. That was part of something I didn't mention in this summary, but yeah, I'm on like a little hell quest of admitting what I did to Sir Raditz. Yeah, apparently he's a Saiyan now. Radzig, there you go. So I was like, you know, if I become a knight and I do all my nightly stuff and I stay, or even just be a blacksmith, and I get paid to do blacksmith stuff in the game, I'll make my money back. You know, I'll do whatever's required, and I'll be able to pay him back the right way without having to dig somebody's grave. As long as that quest is there, I can go back and pay him. So I enter the castle, and these guards stop me, and I'm like, hey, you know, I work with Sir Radzi. I have to tell him what's going on with the sword. And they let me in. And I find a whole bunch of my people begging and, you know, on the streets, asking for money, and so on and so forth. And, yeah, what I do next is exactly me. I take my sack, and I just put it in their hands. I was like, yeah, man, just get up all in there, touch my fucking sack, you fucking beggar piece of shit. That's what I do with RPGs. That's how I greet people who just had their entire town burned down by raiders. That is what I do. That is who I am. Deal with it. What happens next is just a bunch of discussion of politics. Wow, I started that cutscene a little too early. Yes, basically, what you see here is them talking about how the king is corrupt, and you know he wanted the silver, and he's lazy in neglecting his duties, and everything you saw in the cutscene from the first episode. You know, the summarization He is a prick bastard. Um, yeah, that's the long and short of it. Oh, this guy that he has his hand on the shoulder right now, this kid, turns out to be a total asshole. He's supposed to inherit the manor right now, and the big fat guy with the beard is the one in charge until he comes of age to become an actual governor. He is very arrogant and pompous fuck, and so is the guy in the green in the left side of the screen right now, who is his like swordsman and trainer and bailiff and all that other stuff. He's a knight. That's what he does. So what happens is later, in the middle of this conversation, a cutscene happens where I barge in and I explain to Lord Radzig what happens to his sword. He tells me, fuck it, it's a sword. I've just lost an entire castle, all my land, a pile of silver, half of my citizens, clothes, horses, lovers, and a sword. Is the last of my problems. But I went and I told him, hey, this is it's my duty, It's the last sword my father ever made. I want to get it back for you, and I figured I'd let you know. And would you take me into a service? And the entire room was just like, the fuck? No, you're a regular civilian. You're a peasant. Nobody gives a shit about you. The fuck? And Lord Vagsy was like, I like your loyalty and your commitment and yada yada yada. And he lets me. And he gives me the guy in the green. He's like, go train with him tomorrow morning, and work for the bailiff first. Get some actual experience under your belt. So what happens after this is I have to go and I have to, learn to be a soldier because he lets me in. And that's the long and short of it. But that guy on the short hair over there, the young kid, fucking hates me. Absolutely loathes the idea. Pompous, arrogant, fuck kind of person. So it turns into a little rivalry. God, almost done with this narration. But yeah, as indicated before, I have the swordsman guy, the knight from before. He also said, hey, this guy's a peasant, he has no use, but he still agrees to train me. Despite the younger kid being all like assholey. He teaches me the basics to combat much more than the original basics to combat from the first introductory with the bandit episode did. Like, I learned a lot from this. I actually know how to sword fight. And yeah, that's that. He teaches me how to do sword fights, and then he teaches me how to do archery. And let me jump over to that so you can see the archery. So we go to do the arrow stuff, and what you don't see is that off to my right is the fucking kid from earlier. And, of course, naturally I have no clue how the bow and fucking arrow things work here. And he's fucking mocking me every time I miss a shot. I completely missed the target. I was supposed to take practice shots. And, yeah, I there's no reticle, there's nothing. I have no clue how these arrows are supposed to work. And they were going everywhere but where I wanted them to go. Like, I would line up that bow to be perfectly on the target, and then it would go, and I don't know. And as that happens, on the third shot, it goes out to cutscene, and he just says, you suck. You're a terrible archer. I was expecting, something at least halfway decent. You couldn't even meet that. And then he starts going, this guy's trash. I don't know why you bother with him. And then he challenges me to an archer duel, which I will show you now next. So what ended up happening at that point was basically, the thing glitched out and I was stuck with no stamina. I couldn't even draw my bow. So I had to restart the game. So I restart the game, I do just as badly the second time. But, I got a little bit more of the hang of it, so I started doing the, challenge, and as you can see on the left, I missed my shots, I'm not making any points, but he's not making all his shots either. He's not that great. So it's not impossible. And I missed the first two shots, and I'm just like, okay, this is fucked. I don't know how I landed all the other ones before. But then, I started actually hitting them. I'm getting 1 point here, and he's only like 1 or 2 points ahead of me. Then he jumps up to like 6, And, I thought I might be able to beat him. I even landed like close to the bullseye a few times. I'm getting all these points, and I'm not gonna really, take away from the moment too much. But I hit the bullseye, I get a shitload of points, and look at this. This is the final arrow. I'm like, all I gotta do is hit it fairly well. I clip the bottom part of the target, and 1 point short. And he's all like, like he does, and yeah, that's exactly how he sounds. You'll find that out later. And he challenges me to a sword fight in return because I didn't win the bet and I have no money to pay him. And I will show you that next. Now, as is expected, once we actually got into the sword fight, he just laid into my ass and completely demolished me. I thought, maybe I'd be able to handle it. It was okay. And, yeah, it was not okay. I'm not going to show the whole clip because I'm trying to save on time. We're already far into this whole summarization of hours and hours of gameplay. So, yeah, he kicked my ass. That's all I need to know. So I'm just going to go ahead and start here and tell you that right out the gate, this is where the part where I fix the sound happens. I muted it for now so that, me talking over it doesn't get into it. Besides, I wasn't really talking much. I was just doing a basic sound test. And it worked out because I forgot to save. And, it sent me back to this again. So I didn't go back to just retry this. Like, literally, it sent me back there, not of my own free will. But as you can see, I did pretty good. I hit the target 2 out of the 3 times instead. It was pretty good. But I'm going to stop here and let you listen to the conversation and all that.
You would have much skill, but you failed to meet even my low expectations.
I don't know why you're wasting your time, Sir Bernard. Nothing will come of him anyway, and at the first sign of trouble, he'll run away like any other cowardly peasant. After all, he's done it before.
What did you say?
Calm down, boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to.
The braggart who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Now, you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that.
Calm yourself, Sir Bernard. If the blacksmith boy feels he can prove himself, then let him try. Do you think you can beat me?
No.
Well?
Any time.
Oh.
Very well. If you defeat me, I'll give you my bow. If you lose, you'll have to pay up. Do you even have any coin?
I don't have enough.
Then you'll owe me or work it off. Let's get to it.
Get some. That's what I thought. I'm gonna eat this cookie.
Well, I didn't expect that. Probably just wasn't your day, sir.
I told you I have a heavy hand, ever since I fell off that horse during the last hunt. What are you grinning about, boy? I think you owe me a little payback. How about a sword fight at the arena?
If you like.
Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me.
I know what he told you. You can just tell him I didn't listen to you. So what's it going to be, blacksmith?
If we must.
Excellent. Then let's go.
Oh, yeah. I guess I got a sword fight now. Great. Forgot how to do all this.
You asked for it.
Oh god. Ouch. Come on. Come on. Come at me. Come at me. Come on. Stop that. Come on. Where's the little shield thing? Come on.
Fucker.
Get some. Get some. Oh, ouch. Ooh, ow, he counted me hard.
Take that.
He counted me hard. Ouch.
Give it up already.
Stop that. Stop doing that.
Are you going to cry now?
Stop it. Stop it. Would you fucking stop? Fucking stop.
Well landed.
Ooh. That actually beat him. Holy shit.
Well, you got the better of me this time, blacksmith.
What?
Must be having an off day.
Are you alright, sir?
Don't worry your mangy head about me, peasant. We'll see each other again soon enough. You can keep my bow. Its best years are behind it anyway.
Did I actually beat the guy? Excuse me. What? Alright, well that's gonna have to go on YouTube. This was just a test recording, but... Holy shit.